Good day. My name is Tony Telesco. I am a student in John Jay College's PAD 747 Computer Applications in Public Policy and Management course, and this is my video blog, which is an explanation of my topic, my research topic that I've chosen for this class, known as the Technology Application Brief Topic Proposal. Okay, and I will state my proposal for my topic at this point, and I will read it. The creation of cybersecurity units within public organizations, for the detection and prevention of cybersecurity breaches. Let me repeat that. The creation of cybersecurity units within public organizations for the detection and prevention of cybersecurity breaches. Okay, so I chose this topic because, for one, I work for a public organization. I work for the New York City Police Department for the past 18 years. I work in an administrative capacity, what's known as the administrative sergeant for the office I work in, and I'm very familiar with all the electronic transactions that occur within the police department, within my unit, for sure, every day, but even within the police department itself. Lots of sensitive information is being transmitted via the internet, as well as a great deal of sensitive information is being stored in the NYPD's databases. So it's of great concern to me as a professional working for this public organization regarding the security of this sensitive information, its transmittal, and its storage. So as a result of that, I'm interested in researching how these cybersecurity units within the police department are created, as well as the software that's being used, and what measures are in place in the event of a breach in security, and what prevention is in place to make sure that breaches don't occur. So that's a basic overview of the topic in general, but to get a little more into more detail, we have also had in society, we all, as we all know, we utilize mediums to transmit data electronically, minute by minute. Everyone pretty much nowadays has some kind of a smartphone or a mobile device that's capable of accessing the internet and transmitting data at a rapid rate. Everyone is familiar with email. Everyone has a computer in their home. Most organizations, whether public or private, are utilizing network systems that transmit and store this data. So obviously it's widespread, and it's being utilized more and more. Technology is advancing minute by minute. So that in and of itself is a good reason to research that part of the topic, because it's familiar to everyone and we're all utilizing these types of mediums. We've had recently in the news many security breaches. In my memo I mention some of the most recent ones that most people are familiar with, like the Target stores. Their databases were compromised, and many people's sensitive information was released and hacked into. We also had a government breach. Well, let me mention a couple of the privates. Home Depot which is a big store, big corporation. Their databases were also hacked, and a lot of people's sensitive information, credit card information, social security numbers, things of that nature, were revealed. Anthem Healthcare was another one that I mentioned in my proposal, and also government breaches that have occurred. In the public sector, we had I guess it was a New York Times article in 2015, where 21.5 million people were swept up in a colossal breach of government computer systems that was far more damaging than initially thought, resulting in the theft of a vast trove of personal information, including social security numbers and some fingerprints. So I'm reading directly from the New York Times article. But that just raises an awareness of, what's going on today regarding this sensitive information that's being transmitted and stored, and how that's being compromised by hackers. So there's a necessity to keep up with both ends of the technology that secures this data, as well as the technology that's being used by hackers to infiltrate these databases and intercept transmissions. It's a big problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem, and it needs to be kept up with. So on a personal level, as far as the NYPD is concerned, where we store a great deal of arrest data, data on all of our personnel, including undercover officers and high-ranking members of the service, our databases need to be secured. In addition, we're also transmitting via email a lot of sensitive information, and that needs to be secured. So the transmission and the storage, those two arenas require a great deal of security. And from my personal knowledge of my organization, I feel that more security needs to be in place. I think more skilled and knowledgeable members of the police department and in government agencies in general. There should be units in place that are capable of monitoring security risks, as well as handling issues as they arise. So if there is a breach, it's immediately handled, protocols in place to make sure that data is either wiped on a regular basis, or that the security breach is at least stopped at that point, and then it doesn't continue on, so that more people have access to it. So these are the types of things that need to be in place, and I think more units need to be developed and designed with educated, motivated employees to make sure that the data is secure. And I take a personal interest in that. So just to wrap up, bottom line is I found quite a few journal articles regarding cybersecurity, government cybersecurity issues, and developing units within these organizations to help prevent and handle any data breaches. Outside of that, I look forward to feedback regarding this video and my proposed topic. Once again, I'm Tony Telesco, and have a nice day.